Vijay Pravin Maharajan sir, welcome to the podcast. Why so curious? It's such an honor to have you on board as a guest here. So really delightful to have you as a guest.
Thanks a lot, Rishabh. Thanks for the entire team behind this screen. Thanks for the invitation and thanks for having me in your show. Thanks, and I'm looking forward to interact with you in this particular session.
Definitely, sir. Definitely. So this podcast is all about curiosity. It's all about unboxing different genres of work. And in this podcast, we are curious about data science and its applications and the interaction and the correlation between data and humans as a different entity merging together. So really so excited to pull off data as a topic in this podcast.
Thanks again. I'm also equally excited as you, and I'm looking forward for the questions that you're gonna shoot.
So, talking about data, starting with data, you are one of the most top kind of a awardee in terms of data scientists in India, like 40 under 40 data scientist awardee in India. So, why data science? To just let's start with the simple question: why data science? Why go for data and data science as a profession which you are in right now?
Data is everywhere. I mean, data is the new oil, as people suggest.
Hmm.
So but for me, data science happened accidentally, and who would miss on such an opportunity? I mean, data science grabbed me. Instead of me grabbing data science grabbed me way back in
Okay.
2014.
Okay.
So 7 or 8 years back, I fell into data science, and since then there is no looking back. So I'm into data science. I eat data science. I breathe data science, and I am into data science.
So, but as a data science as a subject, as a core subject, which is so kind of a back end thing, like a person mainly, like if you talk about coders, they are behind the screens working their ass off to work for the softwares. Like you are in the frames now and then, like you are a TEDx speaker, you are a keynote speaker, you do seminars at different places in the world. So, how you pull off data science and this content kind of thing, both like you how you put that together.
Yeah, I always want to have a balanced life. I mean, I'm not a guy who would love to sit and code all day. So I'm a guy who likes to interact, and this pandemic has been a hard hit on guys like me, because we are guys who would love to interact, who'd love to network a lot,
Hmm.
and TEDx speaker is a byproduct of who I am, and not
Okay.
because of a data scientist on this and this company. So I of course miss community interactions, public gatherings, and outings. But nevertheless, as I said, I would always try to find a balance where I can explore new things. So not just about data science, but I love doing public speaking. I love taking seminars and webinars, and I always believe in giving back to the society. So that is one thing that I always firmly believe in.
So as per giving back to the society, how you think data science is changing the world around us? Like how you think data science is impacting the world, impacting everything which we do right now, even a podcast which we are doing right now. How is data science everywhere correlating the actions which we are doing?
Yeah, data science is kind of able to revolutionize a lot of industries. I mean, as I said, it is everywhere. It is in retail industry, it is in pharmaceutical, it is in finance industry, it is everywhere. So especially with this COVID, digitization happened, and data science, with the help of data science, AI, and machine
Hmm.
learning, was able to automate a lot of things. Even I see a lot of podcasts and podcast applications using AI and ML at the
Yeah.
back end, where they get particular interests of the people and they match podcasts accordingly. So it starts simple. It starts with simple application, but it extends to whatever applications that you can think of. People use Facebook, Google, Amazon, and if you can just close your eyes and think of it, everything uses data science in it.
But like there's so much talk about data science. Like when I was in like when I was entering into college, everyone was saying that you should pursue data science because there are a lot of jobs options. Like data science में अगर जाओगे तो job तुम्हारा पक्का ही है. So don't you think this data science thing is getting saturated with the current scenario of like how many people applying through data science? So what do you think about the saturation point in data science? Like there was a hype like 3 years back. There was a huge hype in data science because data science guys were earning huge. But don't you do you think there's a saturation point to anything in this world which is getting so much hype?
For sure, everything in this world has an end point, has a saturation point, and I believe that it is not so far. But at the same time, since we are also into 5G network as well as IoT, Internet of Things coming up,
Hmm.
so I believe the data is gonna get massive. So
Massive.
imagine your watch, wristwatch is interacting with any other device at home. Your smart kitchen is there, your smart bulbs is there, your smart
Hmm.
locks, smart keys, and everything. So right now, so far, what we are dealing with is the data from humans, data from transactions, data from products and productions. But if we incorporate this 5G and IoT, then this will be massive. So I believe that the saturation point is not so near, at least for the next half a decade or at least a decade. Data science is gonna stay with us, and a lot of people will be benefited out of it.
Okay, and what about the degrees in data science? Like I'm seeing a lot of colleges starting with masters in data science or mainly degrees related to as data science as major. So what do you think about degrees in data science? Are they worth it? Like are they worth the money and the time that students are putting in?
Yeah, degrees. When it comes to degrees, a lot of notable professionals and notable celebrities like Elon Musk and people at Google and Apple, they have said that we don't look at degrees, right? So it's all about the talent, and just using the hype, people are creating degrees and people are creating a
Hmm.
lot of educational
Kind of a ed tech
institutions.
in the ed tech startup domain. Yeah.
Exactly. There is a lot of edtech craze going on, and people are going after these certifications, which I suppose that it will saturate sooner or later in quick time. But no matter what, it is about what you have in mind. It is about what you practice, what you uh, do at your work time. So that really matters instead of degree. But in a country like India, of course, the the wealth of population, of course, the wealth of talent is great, and they sometimes, I mean, not all, but there are certain companies who look at degrees in data science. That is very unfortunate
Hmm.
to hear, but not to worry. In general, if you are good at data science, if you believe that you can pull off anything easily in data science, then you can find opportunities anywhere in the globe.
And talking about the globe, how do you think data science is automating things like a lot of things which are getting automated in the marketing domain, in the coding domain, in the design domain, everything which you're seeing which
Yeah.
take times earlier are getting automated. Websites are getting automated. You don't have to learn the basic HTML and CSS for now. You can use Webflow or WordPress for doing those. So how is science automating things?
Mhm. And data science, as you know, as I've said, it has revolutionized automobiles. I mean, a lot of uh, I mean, a lot of electric cars or automotives have integrated data science, data analytics onto it.
Yeah.
Like you can see cars running on the roads, like modern Teslas from BMWs to Mercedes. You have the data analytics, and insurance companies have made the most out of data science. So they
Okay.
now know who uses insurance, what kind of person needs what insurance, so they can decide, they can plan insurance premiums accordingly. So that
Hmm.
is one thing. And I can give you n number of examples. Let's say Amazon is a company that has handled data science at its best. Sorry for the I think so. Amazon is one such company which made the most out of AI and machine learning. So they match products according to your taste, and they are a firm that has the knack of using AI to its full extent. And there is this VR and AR coming up,
Hmm.
virtual reality and augmented reality.
Hmm.
There is data analytics in there as well. So shoot me any particular field. I can talk about a number of examples of analytics or machine
Hmm.
learning or AI.
Okay, and when we are talking about data, there's a humongous amount of data. So when there's something which is humongous and wealthy, because data is wealthy.
Hmm.
So when it comes to wealth, there is steal, there is theft, there is heist.
Hmm.
So what do you think about the laws which are circulating around this data breaching which is going on? Because there is a lot of breaching involved. Like now only like just an hour ago, I was
Yep.
reading the news about Movivic, which in
Movie.
which all its data got breached about the
Yep.
KYCs and all those data got hacked, and it's one of the biggest data breaching in India. So, what
Yep.
are the laws circulating data breaching in India
Yeah.
and global as a whole? Hmm.
Yeah. So as a data professional, it is very unfortunate to hear such incidents that is happening across the globe. I mean, not just in India, but
Hmm.
it's been an issue with a lot of companies of late, because people, they don't take data with caution. A lot of people, they just take it so easily, in my opinion. And countries like Germany, Spain, Italy, they have come up with GDPR. So
Hmm.
here in Europe, we have this general data protection regulation where uh, each and every data is valued. Each and every data is put a price on it.
Hmm.
So they put a price on it, and it is
Yeah.
being valued as like a gold.
Okay.
So myself being in Germany, I can feel safe about my data, what I am sharing. I mean, of course, what I share on public platforms like Facebook, LinkedIn, or whatever, it is gone. I mean, whatever you have decided to put on the
That's your
internet,
input. Yeah. You
that's
already know
my
that
opinion.
that data will be shared, so you already know that.
Exactly. Exactly. But whatever things that I used to purchase, so let's say I use
Like bank details.
like exactly my bank details, or if I use my identity to buy something, or my mobile communications, my mobile transactions, my
Hmm.
outgoing calls and incoming calls,
Hmm.
it is more or less secure here with the advent of GDPR,
Hmm.
which is actually good. And let's say uh, even countries like US, they have some laws in place for, especially for medical data. They have this HIPAA compliant. So countries like India, there are laws, but they are not so stringent. So we need to come up with a law that safeguards a lot of data. So that is the direction we need to head into before we give a lot of data to companies like Google, Amazon, Facebook, and IBM, and to the world. Because India has a lot of people, India has
Hmm.
wealth of data, and those companies are exploring it at this point.
So taking an average person, like how much data I am connected to in a daily basis, like taking an average person, like a normal average person, how much data I think a person is connected to overall, all its thing which it's doing, and to what extent?
Yep. I mean, if you take an adult, normalizing it to adult makes a lot of sense, because a country like India, there are people from 8 to 80, they use mobile phones. But if you normalize it to adult,
Mainly the millennials, I guess they use the
yeah.
format.
So the millennials, I would say most of their data are already available in some or the other way. They have their
They hardly think about
transactions.
putting off their data mainly, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. So
Hmm.
most of their data is already out there for others to view or others to capture. But nevertheless, that is why I asked for such a
Hmm.
stringent law to be in place in order to protect those data. I mean, no- now we are enjoying the benefits. We are enjoying being on Facebook, being on LinkedIn, being on any other social media. But at the end of the day, they have your data. They know who you are, what is your age, what's your taste, what's your dislikes. So YouTube recommendation is one of the simplest examples. I mean, if you listen to A.R. Rahman songs, it will populate A.R. Rahman songs automatically without you being
Searching for
asked
it.
for it.
Hmm.
Exactly. So that is one such clean and simple examples where we can see what we like and what we dislike and what is being populated to you on your home screen when you log into YouTube. So the same goes with other applications, but we are somehow indirectly enjoying those benefits. I mean, if you log
Huh.
into YouTube,
People
you
like
want
getting polarized. People like getting polarized. I
exactly
do
you
see that a
want
lot. They like getting polarized. Like mainly this comes in
exactly
the political domain that if they're following any political party, they like getting
yeah,
stuff from the political agenda more rather than the
exactly
other side of the political agenda.
exactly, and even as you rightly mentioned, it is even in politics as well. I mean, data analytics was able to influence the electoral decision in
Yeah.
America. In
Trump
fact,
campaign, that Trump campaign
Trump
from
Trump campaign.
California. Yeah. I
That
saw
was
that
from
movie.
UK,
I saw that movie in
Cambridge.
Netflix. Yeah.
Okay, Cambridge Analytica is from UK. So
Cambridge Analytica, right? Sorry, I
yeah,
forgot the name.
yeah. So with data analytics is everywhere. Even people started making electoral decisions made simple with data analytics. I mean, that gives Trump where to speak and what to speak. I mean,
And that's a huge
talk.
transition.
Yeah,
It's a
he'll
huge
talk close
transition
to
of human
Mexican.
thoughts and behavior because if I'm supporting someone else and altogether if data science can manipulate me towards the other guy, it's a huge transition of my behavior, my thoughts, my ideologies, because I'm someone connected to a second person, but data, like through data they are able to manipulate me and able to take me over to the next step. Like it's like a journey from A to B, I guess. More like
Yeah,
I feel it's not A to B, just it's A to B to C to D to until they reach that this guy is totally manipulated by my thoughts and my visions, and now I can think him as a supporter of mine.
yeah, that's true. That's true. I mean, people, and then the saddest thing is people enjoy doing it. People are involved in it without knowing what is
Do you
happening
think
around.
people are conscious about the manipulation or the polarization which is happening?
Uh, there are certain chunk of people who are conscious about these manipulations, but the majority is not. That
Still
is
they
the
like
saddest
it.
part.
Even
Yeah,
they're low, they know still like even I like it, but to some
yeah,
extent I also feel ki, the person like I would like to see the other point of thing because I'm a tech guy, so I'm kind of a known guy, so I want to know the other's perspective also. But that mainly constitutes of like 0 to 0.1 to 0.2 percentage of people, I suppose,
mm, yeah,
not more than that.
that's true. Yeah, yeah, definitely. Cool.
So, what if the data gets lost? Like, suppose all the data get lost. So, what do you think? Like, if it's like when you talk about human civilization, like, suppose like when dinosaurs came, it exists, like it extinct. So, I guess data is kind of more important than humans itself. So, if suppose all the data gets lost, then
Yeah,
what do you think the like if you want to start again, what will be the new way of starting this all over again?
yeah,
Because I think there will
that
be
is
a tremendous amount of data we have
yeah,
generated over these years.
yeah. And the thing with this data is it requires a lot of operational and uh, I mean physical setup. I mean, in order to hold the data, you need to have uh, way more electricity or whatever resources that you might have to store it. I mean, Google Cloud,
Hmm.
we all are using Google Cloud or Amazon services, and they have their data centers literally burning their asses off in California or US. And some companies they do have data centers beneath the ocean. In order to
Hmm.
cool such systems, they have it under the ocean.
I've
So
seen a
if
lot in
everything
Antarctica.
exactly, so if those are lost, it is well and good. We can start again. But humans, I mean, we know the knack of starting from zero. So we have the capabilities to even if everything is lost, we can still start from here and we do the same routine. That isn't a problem.
Okay, let's get on a lighter note. Like we have been dealing with some tough and higher notes of questions in the last two questions. And now, in a lighter note for a normal millennial or a college guy, what if a
Mhm,
person wants to have a career transition from any field to data
mhm,
science, like any commerce or anything from any field to data
mhm.
science? What are your views on that?
Um, for them, I would have personally date back to my own career because I am a guy who did electrical engineering.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
my bachelor's is electronics and instrumentation engineering, where I belong. So, if I would have thought that my field is just electronics or instrumentation, then I'm a loser here. So, it's all about your perception. So, and I have seen people who have not done engineering doing so well in data science. So data science is one field that invites anybody. So I have known people from biotech, food technology, myself, electronics and instrumentation, and from BBAs and
Hmm.
MBAs have come in here. So it's all about how you perceive things and what you want to achieve. It will take time because, as I said, I started my data science career in 2014, and it took me 6 years to bag a couple of awards. Top 40 data scientists in India or top 20 plus inspiring data scientists to be followed on LinkedIn. So that doesn't come overnight. So it required 6 years of effort, hard work, toil, and so much of sleepless nights. But for someone who is even more, let's say, more uh, exploring in the nature, then they might be able to achieve this within a span of 2 or 3 years. So it's not like if I did this in 6 years, it is not six for you. Each and every individual here is different. So I would suggest you to just keep going, take risks. Bigger the risks, better the rewards. So fail fast and learn fast.
You want to share some resources from which a person can learn data science, like in 2021?
Um, Data science, I would suggest YouTube is the best source. I mean, a lot of people ask me about what is the best source for data science. Trust me, when I started in 2014, there weren't so many resources for data science, AI,
Not
or
even
machine
the
learning.
उतना hype भी नहीं था I guess उस समय तो.
Yeah, yeah. So trust me, start with YouTube, start simple, understand the basics, and then slowly get on it. I mean, there are materials from Andrew Ng, who
Hmm.
is one of the notable personalities in data
Hmm.
science, and there are so many professionals out there. But you will find the loop once you are into this. So start simple, start with a simple YouTube video that says what is data science. Invest your time on it. Slowly grab some informations and stand up on your feet. Let's crawl at the beginning. I mean, nothing wrong in crawling like a baby. So crawl at the beginning, and then once you find a way, you can stand up on your own.
Okay, and like this is about a person having a different field. What? Let me twist a question to say that what fields are there in which data science has not entered?
Mm. It's actually a tough one. Because I've had looked at so many projects out there, be it in several fields. I have seen data science literally everywhere. Maybe relatively small scale industries. That is where data science
Anything
still
in
needs to
health,
pinch.
health in the health industry?
Health industry, data science is already dominating. There are a lot of data advancements in health industry. Doctors are giving data advice through telephone conferencing to person sitting anywhere in the world.
Telemedical.
Yes, telemedicine. A lot of analytics is in there using telemedicine because they know the data. I mean, once you fit in a device, the device sends the information automatically to your doctor,
Hmm.
so you don't have to visit a hospital for that, and they know what is your sleep pattern, what is your daily activity pattern, and everything. So health is already there. But what I believe is, in a country like India, small scale industries like small shops or petty shops, data science can even be revolutionize can revolutionize such a small scale industry as well. But we
Hmm.
need people to take data science to that level. But for sure, it is going to happen, and it is not so far.
And taking me to the last question, this is the last question of the night. What's the future of data? Like what more are we what more can we see from data? Like what's the future of data?
So with I would like to add one point here. So with decentralized finance, which is DeFi, the digital
DeFi, you
what they
mean
call it,
crypto, like
digital,
overall crypto?
exactly, digital blockchain or
Hmm.
cryptocurrency or whatever it is.
Hmm.
With that coming into picture, I would say data is going to be even more massive. And as I said, IoT, blockchain, and data science is going to stay with us for at least the next 1 or 2 decades. So it is now the time to really rack up the skills which is required for data. Learn Python, learn dashboard building tools like Spotfire, Tableau, and ClickSense or Power BI. Learn the basics. Learn the basics, right?
Can you
And
say the road? Can you just give a hint about the roadmap?
yeah, so prepare a good CV. One pager or a two pager is really good, and have a good LinkedIn profile that makes you noticeable for HRs out there, and create a GitHub profile where you can store the code snippets, because in this world GitHub serves as another CV. So even
Yeah.
if it is a hello world program, feel free to store it under your name, under your username, and then
Hmm.
you can show it as your secondary CV. And then participate in a lot of hackathons. Just try to attend hackathons initially. Just try to see what people are building, what people are trying to solve, and then once you get into the groove, start solving problems.
No, one thing more, like what's the roadmap to learn data science? Like the
Yeah.
basic
So
roadmap to learn data science.
yes. So for that, as I said, start with YouTube. Start simple. Start taking up courses on platforms like Udemy, Linda, Coursera, and other stuffs.
Direct data
I
science or anything before that, like any
uh,
coding or
I
any
would suggest
maths in
them to
statistics?
I would suggest them to start with statistics. That is where they should first have a preview, and then learn what is data science, what is data analytics, and then of course not to forget Python. Python is one of the backbone of data science. So
Hmm.
take up these courses on multiple platforms. I mean, you have several platforms like Udemy, Coursera, Linda. What should I do? Which courses should I take? I would suggest pick a couple of courses in each platforms. Like go to Udemy, take 2 courses. Go to Coursera, take 2 courses.
Hmm.
Listen to the first 5 minutes of that course. That way, you can get a picture of how the course will be and
Hmm.
what the speed of mentor is. Because a course which is really good for you might not be good for me. Each and everybody is different. So spend 5 minutes on each course at the beginning of a course, and then if it is worth it, spend some time on it. If not, check it. You just lose 5 minutes of your time.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I guess that's it for the topic, sir. It was a great conversation with you. Like we really pulled off some thoughts and ideologies based on data and data science. It was really a great conversation, and I hope the audience loved it, and they must be getting a little bit interested to like let's see कि हाँ data science में actually होता क्या है. So it was a very good conversation, and it was an honor to have you here, like in the podcast.
Thanks again, Rishabh. Thanks again for the entire team behind the screens, as I said. And keep doing what you are good at. You guys are already doing a great job by pulling off a great list of speakers who were there before me at this stage. And I'm really honored to be sharing the screen with you today. Thanks. Thanks again.
Thanks a lot, sir. Thanks a lot. Hope we can have a further conversation later down the month down the years on a different
Sure.
topic other than data science. And
Sure.
so, thanks a lot. And any parting words to the audience if you want to say something?
Just keep going. Try exploring things. As I said, fail fast and learn fast. This is a highly competitive world, so you have to be on your toes right from day one.